does it feel to be the guy this camp?
It feels good to just get out here and try to evolve more into a leader. Last year I was involved in more so of a competition, kind of worrying about a lot of my own thing, just making sure I'm doing the best I can. Now I'm more focused on making sure the offense is in the right position. I got a few more things to worry about.
This spring, Coach Moore had said that actually being out on the field is kind of the best way to learn. Where do you feel like you've progressed the most in having that full year of experience?
I know it's coming, so I can kind of plan ahead. I mean, I know how these practices are going to go, so I can kind of anticipate what's to come. I know what the scripts are relatively going to look like. I know how fast the installs are going to come. So it's just being able to pace myself.
How do you feel this offense is better suited to your strengths?
I just like the offense and its complexities. There's a lot you can do with it. You can run new plays you've never run before, but build them because the parts exist in the offense. So you can take a formation, a play, and a cadence and run it even though you've never run it before, but all the pieces make sense. So when it comes together, it's a lot more easy to build things out of this offense, and it makes a lot of sense, and we're really excited to get out here.
What's it been like having Ishmael to throw to?
Really good. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's got a low center of gravity, so he can make some pretty quick cuts. Really shifty. He was a running back in high school, and he's a phenomenal talent.
He's not the tallest guy in the world. Does that make him harder to hit at all?
Not harder to hit, but it makes him a little more efficient out of his cuts. He doesn't have to drop so much weight down on the ground. He kind of glides.
What you guys set any team goals as far as win total? What you want to accomplish at the end of the year?
I want to win a national championship. I mean, Coach always talks about one step at a time. We're trying to play in December 2nd and get the Pac-12 title, and that's step one. And we'll take every game going on from there.
So why do you think you guys are good enough to win a national title?
Because I think we are.
You were kind of a big talking point in the offseason with the coach going on the Rich Eisen show and saying the whole Moore Manning thing, or not Moore Manning, Manziel or Manning thing. What did you make of that, and just constantly kind of being the focus of attention this summer?
Didn't really make much of it. I mean, I have a phenomenal relationship with Coach Moore. I talk to him all the time in his office, and we both understand where we want to get to ultimately. And he just wants me to help realize my dreams, and going along this sort of bumpy road of college and whatever's next, he's just trying to take care of me as best he can.
Have you kind of changed the way you act or think as a result of some of these things that have come up?
No and yes. I haven't changed the way I think, but I changed the way I act. I have to be a little more mature. I have to be able to. I have the same thoughts, but I just have to be able to convey them a little bit more efficiently, a little bit better, a little less offensive. And because I understand that I'm a role model of kids, and I have to kind of clean up that act. And that's one of the biggest things that I got to be able to do is understand how to convey my message gently but effectively.
Has that been a difficult process for you or something?
You just learn as you go through college. Even if you're just a normal student here, you just see that's what college is about, is finding who you are, finding about how you're yourself, taking a bunch of different classes, finding out your major, and it's development, not physically, but emotionally, mentally, everything.
Did you see the Sports Illustrated article yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
But you know you're on the cover, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's phenomenal. It's a dream come true. It's every kid dreams about it their entire lives, and I can't wait to go see it and just it's these little things along the road are just kind of little cherries that encourage you and say you're kind of on the right track, doing the right thing almost, and you're in the right direction basically.
What can a 290-pound fullback that seems to have pretty soft hands out in the flat do for this offense?
A lot. I mean, we changed up the offense, but we got the pieces to do it. We had some guys at positions that maybe they weren't thriving in, so then we moved them around a little bit, and they seem to be enjoying it. I knew and Cam love fullback. We got some phenomenal tight ends, and we're looking forward to being a hassle to scout, basically. That's what we're really trying to do.
When Ainu runs a guy over, what's that like for you as a quarterback watching?
It's awesome because the more physical you are, the more honest the defensive line is to me, which buys you a little more time. So the best thing that a quarterback's best friend is running it.
Coach Morris said you had a conversation with Les Steves, I guess, during the offseason. What was your big takeaway from that?
You just kind of learn how the next level functions and what they're looking at in college. You understand what they're looking for and how you can better yourself in those areas.
Did he give you any advice that you could share?
Yeah, he did.
You could share?
Yeah, but I mean, just more in general pointers on how to be a better prospect and how to be a better person.
Moore said he was impressed with Devin Monster and kind of what he showed today in his first day. What did you think of him, and how are you kind of helping some of those guys that are underneath you in the depth chart?
Well, it's tough when you win the offense yesterday and you got to go out and run some things. So I had to help him with a few signals here and there with some brief general progressions. But the biggest thing you can't coach with poise, being able to stand in the pocket and not get fluttered, which I did personally my first 2-3 drives out there. Pocket's a pretty scary place for someone who's not used to it. So that's why it takes a lot to be a pocket quarterback first and then learn how to run after the fact.
Are the pockets improving now since the spring? Have you kind of seen the offensive line progress?
Yeah, it's the defense always has an advantage when you're not in pads because there's not as much to hit, so they can be a little more slippery. But it's good practice for us, and you're just getting great work basically.
How much did the win last season give you any sort of extra eagerness to get forward?
It was just kind of a bitter end. Preferably we not lose the bowl game. We're proud of being really in the first place. We want to be in a big time bowl game. It's a big time opponent. So we let Nebraska slip away from us, and we just weren't happy at all how last year went.
Big time opponent in this year. How much time was spent preparing for Texas A&M?
We're worried about us right now. I mean, there's always a little sort of undertone afterthought in the back of your head about it, but we're worried about us.
So when will you start kind of diving?
I don't know. That's the coach's job.
Did you hear from anybody in the Trump camp about the hat, bandana, or whatever it was?
Yeah. Said a bunch of things. My only regret with that is once again how I delivered the message. I shouldn't have used any sort of profanity, but I mean it's like I said, I'm not changing the way I think. I'm changing how I deliver my message. That was my one big regret is using the F word.
Do you feel like you talked about this, alluded to it, but grown up, a lot from last year to now?
I mean, I'm always continually growing up. It's college. I just finished my freshman year.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.